Again, welcome to the CCBA. What month are we? August meeting. So, and welcome to everybody on Zoom. A little different format today. We're going to try something slightly different. So, from 9 to 10, we're going to do sort of our business, sort of whatever is going on, and then Paul's going to do a panel discussion, and then at 10, we're going to go to breakouts, and we're going to have beginner breakout, advanced breakout, nuke breakout, and hive monitoring breakout. And then 11, we're going to come back and we're going to sort of socialize and answer questions and stuff like that, just to see how the format works. So just so people have time to get to breakouts and interact a little bit. So keep me on time. My name's George. I'm the current president of the CCBA. We have most of the officers here. We have Paul. Paul's our VP1. Mark over there in our booth is VP2. Jack back there is our treasurer. And Kathy, who's our secretary, is not here. We have a bunch of the committee leads in the audience today, so I'm not going to go through everybody, but welcome. Anybody new? Is this anybody's first meeting or relatively new to the club? 2 people. Awesome. 3. The big guy in the middle. What's your name? No, I'm just kidding. If you want to just briefly, either you can stand up or just say who you are and where you keep bees, if you keep bees, and anything interesting about yourself.
Good morning. I'm Susan Brennan. I live in Devon, Pennsylvania. I have been keeping bees for about 10 years. Last 4 years, I've been working sort of with Cindy McCallum, who's at St. David's Churchyard. But I started 10 years ago with a fellow named Rick McFarland. I don't know if anyone knows Rick. I kept bees for 6 years. He's at Shannonville now.
Nice.
I should have joined you earlier. I've been a little under the wire here. Thanks for your
Welcome. Thank you. You're not alone. There's a lot of people I chat with who says club's not my thing. I said, that's okay. You know, we try to be friendly and try not to, put people on the spot unless it's your first meeting, but otherwise you can go underneath the wire. It works.
I can go next. My name is Amanda Norton. I'm leading media. I have no bees, and I'm hoping that after next year, after I do the apprenticeship program, I can attend the beehive.
Awesome. Well, welcome so much. And I know there's a bunch of members in media, so we need a little media group, and the apprentice program's great. So I'm not sure when that will be open to register, but soon probably for next year. So thumbs up on that's a great plan, honestly, to get mentorship and apprenticeship. Great. A brief officer, we're going to do a really brief. We're going to have Jack sort of give us an update on membership and financials really quick.
Morning, everyone. We hit another milestone. As of yesterday, we have a total of 704 active members, 577 primary members, and 127 associate members. So we've topped the 700 number. Finances in our general operating fund, we have 47,100. General operating fund, we have $47,161. 10,075 in the reserve fund and 12,475 in our Save the Bees fund. That's it.
Thanks, Jack. So we have lots of resources. So we're very fortunate to have that, and we continue to look for ways to use the resources, whether or not they be people resources or financial resources. So if people have ideas, bring them to committee or bring them to one of the officers, and I'm all up for spending some more money before my term's up. So thanks, Jack. Couple of updates as far as what's going on in the club. Take notes, please. No, I'm just kidding. Next Thursday, we're going to have an alcohol wash sort of demonstration out at the CCBA apiary as part of the Mite-a-thon. So next Thursday evening, Daryl and Lauren, both of the education committee, will be out at the yard, sort of going through the hive, showing how to do an alcohol wash and sugar roll. So if you want to come out and give them a hand, or if you're a new member and never have done that, this is your opportunity to sort of learn. So everyone is welcome to attend that. I won't be there, so please support Lauren and Daryl. And that's going to be it. You'll get an email blast at 4 o'clock in the morning on that at some point when I get to it. But that's going to be at 6 o'clock, starting at 6 and hopefully wrapping up by 7:30 or so. So great opportunity to come out and learn. So that's next Thursday. I should have taken notes, but that's not my style either. The mite-a-thon goes through next weekend. So if you are doing mite levels on your hives, please submit them to the mite-a-thon. If you go on the homepage of the website, you'll see a little button that says submit your mite levels. So you just sort of click on that button and it'll take you right to the BIP survey where you can put your data in. So we were very well represented last year, our area, and we hope to be again this year. So I ask everybody to put their mite levels in. You can put it on 1 of your hives, 2 of your hives, 3 of your hives. There's an option to however many hives you want to put in on there. So I think we had 40 members of the club submit data last year. So we're hoping that we have 40 again this year at least. And the honey survey is up too. So up on the website, we're asking people to anonymously put in how many hives, production hives they have and how much honey they produce. And they're going to ask for your zip code. So we don't ask for your name. We don't track your name, but just the zip code. Yes, Keith.
I'm 12 son. What zip code is
You're special. Pick one, honestly, or pick. You can enter multiple times now. So last year you could only enter in once, but now this year you can put in as many times as you want. So if you want to sort of enter in per zip code, you can put yourself in 10 times. So last year we limited how many times people could respond to that survey, and people said, well, that didn't work because they harvest it later or whatever. Now you can put it in as many times as you want. So we're tracking that data over time. So just so people know, so last year it looked like the average club member produced about 35 to 40 pounds per production hive. With obviously range going from less than that all the way up to 90 or 100 pounds. So it's nice to sort of track that over the time, especially the zip codes, just to sort of see if there's areas that are more productive and not. But in order to make any sense out of that, we need people to enter, right? So it's anonymous. We don't know who you are. If you only produce 10 pounds, that's valuable information. If you produce 100 pounds per hive, that's valuable information. So that's open, and that'll be open until we finish that. That had 110 people participate last year, and I think we have 70 so far this year. So thank you for all those who submitted data to that. September, I saw Carla come. Carla's co-lead of the plant committee. At September, we're gonna do another plant sale. Do you want to talk briefly about that, Carla?
Sure. Do you want to?
Hang on a second, you have to take your mic.
Sure, absolutely. Let's get you a mic.
All right, Carl.
Oh my goodness, you're bringing beauty to the CCBA meeting.
We initially thought we would, do you need me, Mike, to
Yeah, I'd like to have you.
stand closer?
Yeah.
Is this awkward?
This is Carla. For those of you who don't know Carla, Carla is co-lead with Jesse
Thank you.
of the plant committee. So they've done a great job this year with the spring plant sale as usual and the plant swap. So she's going to tell us a little bit about the fall plant sale.
Yes, and I know the initial plan was to print out pictures and bring them, but that did not end up happening. So I just chopped them from my yard, and actually you have a beautiful walk up here with what's in bloom right now. As we know, in the spring, the bees are getting their pollen from mostly tree sources, but right now they are bulking up for the winter with wildflowers. And I don't have perhaps the powerhouse of fall wildflowers, which is the goldenrod, but it's everywhere. It's this big yellow plant that you see alongside the roads and whatnot. And that, according to my reading, has special rejuvenation powers is not the right word, but it's a powerhouse plant for bees. What you're seeing right now, in my garden at least, is you're seeing the end of the Joe Pye weed, and that's this one, and it grows. There are various different cultivars, but the straight cultivar species is going to grow 6 feet or more. It likes a wetter environment, and the bees and all the other pollinators just love it. Here it is right here. It's going to spread. Oh, I'm getting everything wet. Sorry. Let me move
No
your
worries.
hat. All right, so another one, and I will readily admit that in my garden, I have planted a lot of very aggressive native plants. So that's what you're seeing here is the aggressive spreaders, because that's what I need. This one is one of my favorites. It's called the blue mist flower. I started with one of these probably 2 to 3 years ago, and now have a patch that's probably 6 feet long by 3 to 4 feet deep. It's very aggressive. Let me know if you need some. I have lots. Let's see what else we have here. This one is the butterfly weed, not to be confused with the butterfly bush. This is a perennial plant. This one actually was sold in the spring sale this year. Jesse gave me one that was basically dead and said, just pop it in the ground, see what happens. Do you need me to do something else here? And it flourished. I did nothing to it. That's really the beauty of native plants, is that they love it here, so they are going to survive with minimal effort on your part.
That's an awesome plant. The color of that butterfly weed is so vibrant, and it's,
Really is. And they
yeah, the
will,
bees love it, and it spreads, so it doesn't get talked enough about. It's part of the milkweed family, right?
yes, it is. Yes, it is. So you're also going to see, unshockingly, butterflies all over it. Let's see what else we have here.
I like the live plants in the vase, Carl. I like it much better than pictures.
Because I couldn't get my act together.
Much better than pictures.
I think you guys are probably familiar with this beauty. It is one of the Rudbeckia species. That's the black and brown-eyed Susans. So it's going to be a more of a full sun plant, but it's also one of those that's going to spread and is going to, you just not, it does not spread in your yard. Oh, no. Well, anyway, so it's going to spread. You're going to have plenty to share with friends. What's what?
I have a large one.
This one, the yarrow, or this one?
Yeah.
This one is called a blanket flower. It's going to be similar, but it is going to be larger than see the difference? There's a whole bunch of different cultivars and subspecies of these types of Rudbeckia type flowers, but the bees are going to love them because they're nice and open. Ability to land on them is, there's a lot of ability to land on them too. All right, let's see what else we have here. So just a couple more. This one right here is the yellow yarrow. You probably more often see it in a white variety, but it has a couple of different colors. Yellows and whites are more the bees like them more than some of the other different colors and cultivars. So this one has been blooming for the last month or so and is probably on its way out right about now. Whereas these others that I've been talking about, the butterfly weed actually has been blooming for quite a while. I don't know when. This is my first year for it, so it seems like a really long blooming one. Let's see, here are more delicate flowers. This one is a jewelweed, which if you have any type of wet soil at all, this will grow and it spreads like crazy. It also blooms periodically. So they'll bloom at different times throughout. Well, I think I've seen them for the last, do you have jewelweed, right?
I have a lot
Last,
of it,
yeah, a month and a half or so. It gets quite tall for as delicate as the flower is there, but if you have any like naturalized wet area, this is the plant for you.
And the bees climb
Absolutely.
into that flower, and then they get that stripe on their thorax, I believe. So you could always tell the jewelweed in bloom because you see the bees come back with that stripe on their thorax.
Which is very cool. Another,
Ivory stripe, I think the color is like an ivory stripe.
Like a skunk.
Like a skunk, yeah, skunk bees. So cool. So if you see your bees coming back with that, they're in jewelweed right now.
yeah. And if there's a little bit of jewelweed, there's a lot of it. That's true. This one is a less aggressive spreader. This is a partridge pea. It's new to me, but it has that same kind of format as the jewelweed. But it has a very distinctive leaf pattern here. Let's see, two more. This one is a bone set. It's just beginning to bloom, so it's gonna keep blooming, and for me it is, at least for the next, for the fall. But it has a similar look to it as some of these other flowers, the joe pye and the blue mist flower and the yarrow. So it's gonna get quite large and is also pretty much indestructible. And finally, my favorite, Don't Tell Jessie. This is a regional native and not a true Delaware native. It is the oh my gosh, thank you. I just totally blanked on what that was, and I just said it was one of my favorites. It's about to bloom. This plant the deer love. They just love it. They can't get enough. So if it's something that interests you, then you want to make sure you put it somewhere where deer can't get it. This is a turtle head. It comes in the true native variety comes in a white. This is a regional native, so it's pink. So it's going to be from a more southern climate, but climate change maybe. So those are what's in bloom, at least around my garden right now. You're going to see a lot of them in this nature walk as we came up. I saw a couple of other different things that are about to start, including the New York ironweed, which has very distinctive dark purple flower. It's very tall, and it looks like probably the end of the purple coneflower. So that's what's in bloom. As for this fall's sale, we're looking to return to pre-COVID sales and just buy up a whole bunch of wholesale plants and bring them to the next meeting in September. So we're going to pull up a truck full of perennials and bushes mostly. I think we may have one or two smaller trees, but we're mostly focusing on the perennials and small shrubbery, because I think that's what folks can handle in their yards. But we are welcome to feedback on what you would like. And
yeah, so it's going to be different in the spring where you pre-order stuff on the storefront. This is going to be a free-for-all, basically. So it's going to be the trailer, the truck's going to pull up here on the September meeting. We're going to have all kinds of cool plants, and people are going to come and they're going to buy them. Obviously, we'll have to, have a limit to how much you can buy, because they are great deals and great plants. But we'll figure that out somehow. The chaos. I like chaos, so we're going to just pull up a trailer with a bunch of plants and see how many of them sell. So again, it's great deals. They come from North Creek and they come from Octoraro. So the similar locations where we get them before, and the plugs will be $2. So you'll get plugs for $2 and bushes and small trees and plants for 10. So a lot cheaper than you're going to find at any plant store. So come with cash. We don't take credit card, do we, Jack?
If things are working, yeah.
Potentially,
There's no guarantee.
but cash or check is better, and we will blast out and put on the website what plants we're buying, because Jesse is on that. So
Yeah.
questions about plants or what's blooming or the plant sale in September? The other thing that we're thinking about, just to let people know, we're thinking about in October, a plant and mead swap. Throwing in the mead to attract more people to the plants, So this is yet to be determined, but we did it in the spring and the turnout was okay. But we're going to do it again in October when people start to divide their stuff for the winter. And we're just going to have a sort of an event where people bring plants and mead and we sit and exchange plants and mead. So hopefully we'll attract the plant growers and the mead producers to that event. So something new, probably sometime in October.
Do the bees like the black-eyed chili? I do.
You do? Do you eat it, Ed?
No, I like the I will do it on the property, but if it's not usable for bees,
Oh.
you would consider.
For me, there are other plants that they like better, but I have seen bees on them. Yeah, but of the plants here, the the powerhouses I've seen are basically the Joe Pie and the blue mist flower, and then of course the jewelry. Do you have thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have a patch of black-eyed Susans. I haven't seen mini bees on it, so
Yeah.
I think there's a preference, right? A hierarchy of what they forage on.
The last resort kind of flower?
I guess so. I don't know if there's anybody who knows more. Keith knows.
I'm fascinated with the honey from it. So it's not a very good tasting honey, but they
Mhm.
do work as well.
Yeah.
They need moisture for it. As soon as the moisture goes, they don't work.
Ah, okay. And for me, I don't take honey in the fall, so I'm not particularly concerned about the taste at this point because of the late season in the year. That's the same thing I've heard about goldenrod, that the honey is not as delicious, but it's really helpful to them.
So again, the number one thing that we can do to support our bees and our other native bees is to plant stuff, native stuff preferably. So Jesse and Carla do a phenomenal job with that in the club, and we'll have some more plants for September. So thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. They do a ton of work for us, and it's really valuable stuff to do it.
Thank you.
And they're a wonderful resource. If you ever have a plant question or want to know what this is or give me more information, they're both very, very quick to respond and very helpful. So they're tremendous resources. So thanks. The other information really quick, that we're going to have the Bee Gala again this year. That's going to be September 25th. That's a Saturday, and that's going to go from like 5 o'clock to whenever it gets dark, and that will be at my place this year again. We will have live music, so we have a sort of a local, I guess you call it a band. There's 3 guys who are quite good. They play at Stoney's on 202, so they actually do perform at some reputable places, and they're really into it, and so they're going to be playing live at the event this year. So, and we won't have the pig because Walt's not available, but Ed's filling in, and Ed's bringing the meat. So, want to give a quick shout out on what the meat's going to be? Everything.
We need to discuss it first. But yeah,
Got it.
It'll be a pig, you know, with the brisket, pork, or ham, roast beef. You know, George and I'll figure something out.
So it'll be, and Tony's bringing the meat and the wine. So I assume, right, Tony? Yep. So that'll be September 25th. There will be, just because the music is costing us, we are going to have a sort of a nominal ticket amount for that. And also because I can only have, I don't know how many I can have in my backyard, but probably 70 or so. So we're going to have like a small ticket price for that. So that will be coming out soon. It's always a great time just to sit back and relax and drink some meat and eat some pork of some product, and it's awesome. So look for that. That's September 25th, Saturday. I was 1 or 2 more things, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, if you want to bring a dessert, bring a dessert. You know, so again, the meat's kind of on us, and my wife and my sister do all the sides. So if you want to bring a honey dessert, that's great. That's kind of how we worked it in the past, and that's what we'll do. And like I said, there'll be live music this year. No fireworks, but yes, for the live music. So we're kind of shifting it up a little bit. So the September meeting's outside. It should be the second Saturday for the plant sale. Am I forgetting anything, Paul?
I think you're on a roll.
I am on a roll. Not bad for, I think the PA meeting, right? When's the PA meeting, guys? November, usually, right? Penn State?
End of November.
End of November.
Jack should know.